Disclaimer: the views, opinions, and insinuations made by the host or guests do not reflect those of the show, the management, and the network. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, broadcasting beyond borders, the message of the truest tribe of coaching entrepreneurs and independent service providers from the Philippines. This is Coach Marife Garfin for Gala R, and you are joining me for a special episode dubbed a sweet recipe for second chances. Dali, maingay tayo. Okay. This Think Talk broadcast is the flagship community project of coaching Think Talk speakers from Life Coach Philippines and the members of Coach A coaching community. Um, a coach and Coaching Gala Hour is a special broadcast in celebration of the culmination of day one of Break the Stigma, a 2-day mental health virtual retreat facilitated by Master Coach A. I'll be back shortly. Welcome to the live streaming of the Gala Hour, a special broadcast for ongoing Break the Stigma Mental Health Weekend Retreat. In this episode, I want to keep the connection with individuals who are into moving towards being able to reinvent themselves and be able to undo the things that they would want to be doing for the better for the second time around. So today we're going to be having a conversation on the sweet recipe for second chances. Broadcasting beyond borders um, in Tacloban City, Leyte, Philippines. This seventh day of May 2023. I am Life Coach Marife Garfin from Life Coach Philippines, a professional certified co-actively co-create life coach, also a certified mental health coach, a master builder apprentice. The Master Coach's Master Builder Apprenticeship Program. We build tribe as we help your unstoppable dream come true. I'm the founder and the creator of My Nth Attempt to Parenthood. This is a coaching community that seeks to empower every parent to take a stand in mental health for themselves and their children. Background ko po, registered nurse with almost 22 years of hospital work experience, but I've transitioned myself to becoming an entrepreneur. And currently, I'm the operator and the owner of the Healthy Hub Health and Wellness Coaching Center dito po sa Tacloban City, Leyte, Philippines. And I am the flag bearer of Life Coach Philippines, together with spearheading Region 8 Life Coaching Center, giving service to the whole of the region in the process of life coaching. And today, no, I'm just so excited to welcome into the digital space, into our midst, no, another newly certified coach, and he is a member of Life Coach, Region 8 Life Coaching Center, and he has so many expertise in his life and has varied and vast experiences and has moved his life from one season to the other. So let us welcome, no, and let's learn from him, no, nuggets of wisdom from all these experiences. Let us welcome into our midst Coach Doc Herman Nicolas.
Hello, good morning. Good morning, Coach Marife.
Good morning, Doc Herman. So, masayang usapan ngayong gabi kasi ngayong umaga, no? Because
This
it's
morning.
it's a sweet recipe, no? So, just like someone who's I don't know, what's your favorite dish, Doc Herman?
It must be a rib, fried ribs.
Ayan, no rib. So definitely those your favorite food would have something in it, no? That make sabi nga nila yung pag masarap yung pagkain, no, yung recipe. There must be something, some ingredients into it that makes it tasty, no? That makes
Yes.
it more tasty, that it allows you to really um uh feel the flavor in your mouth and really savor it, no? So as in so in life, no, sa buhay din natin, no, may mga, ingredients din that makes the recipe, that makes the food really like, sabi nga natin, masarap siya. Or if you are into dessert, no, it makes the dessert more delicious, no. So may mga ganun. And a lot of people have, I don't know if you're familiar, sana kung ganito, di ba? Meron tayo niyan sa ating brain, sana if I could have just changed this, is may mga ganun tayo, mga sana. So people really yearn, no? We are aware on our very core, no, na may mga bagay na nagagawa tayo that it's not even what we truly wanted. And if we could have just sit down still, no, and really think more about it, mas gusto nat ay, if I could have been given a second chance, I would want to really do this, no. So one of the things that I've read, no, which stuck on me, no, whenever I feel like I've been a failure, is that God is a God of second chances, and that because He loves us so much, He would give a second chance to really be able to redeem the things that we have done in life. No, so for you, no, you have been your how many years already, and you've been working, no, so much in the corporate. But before being in the corporate, you were a clinical instructor, you're a medical student, you have gone through so many experiences in life, no. So for you, what's the meaning of second chances? What's the picture of second chances for you, or a second chance for you?
The second chance is where one uh, stumbles and
Mm-hmm.
picks up himself again. But the process
Mm-hmm.
of picking up is that you should savor the moment and be in that moment, though how hard it is, the
Mm-hmm.
stumbling and the picking up of oneself. It does
Mm-hmm.
not necessarily mean that we're talking about second chances. We continue to fail. People continue to fail. Human as we are, continue to fail, but we still continue to stand up. And we still
Mm-hmm.
continue to do the process of standing up. There will be a lot of process of standing up from the fail. You could either use a cane, somebody might also help you in standing up, or
Yeah, yeah.
you might, but as long as a person stands up, you dust yourself, then walk through life again. And that you would
Mm.
notice in God's grace, there will be people behind you cheering you up, or there will be people
Mm.
behind you helping you up. So it depends on the individual
Mm-hmm.
how he attacks the situation, because there will be always two sides of the coin. Once the person was
Yeah.
able to dust things off, there will be people who would
Mm-hmm.
negate and who would always uh, talk negatively on you, about you rather. And it would always depend on the person in which he
Mm-hmm.
or she will have to listen. Listen to yourself, listen to the
Yeah.
core, listen for your individuality,
Mm-hmm.
where you would want to go after the dusting off and the walking and moving of life.
That, no, yung sinabi mo na second chances can only come when there's a failure, no, when something happened, no. uh there's the beauty of it, no, the beauty of moving into the process of picking up yourself. Ayun, the process of picking up yourself, hindi siya madali. Tama ba ako, Coach Herman?
Yes, yes.
There's mhm, mhm. What do you believe is the impact, no, if the process is, kung ganito yung sinasabi niyo po na itong sinasabi mo na it's actually the process of picking up yourself, there's something into it, no, what do you believe is the impact of this process on the person who's pursuing a second chance?
It would depend on the individual. So that is why we would
Mm-hmm.
need a person will always need uh,
Mm-hmm.
a healthy mental lifestyle, so that
Mm-hmm.
once he would encounter experiences and challenges in life, a person would be able to learn the process of being strong, of patience,
Mm-hmm.
perseverance,
Mm-hmm.
steadfastness. So I guess these
Mm.
are the simple things that would provide an impact to an individual that would help himself during the time of the difficulty or during the time of his tribulation. As to my experience, when I was younger then, when I was 19 years old, the first uh, challenge that I was able to encounter were series of accidents. But in God's grace, me some scratch I don't have. So I guess this was an opening. This was an eye opener. Uh,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
what would a person be doing if he would be put into this challenge? A, the person could submit. If he's going to, in any time soon, he would die, then what could you do? There will always be that, what would you
Mm-hmm.
do? So, second,
Mm-hmm.
B, the person would rather just stay at home, isolate himself, stay in the bedroom
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
he, he couldn't face this type of challenge. Baka anytime the accident will come back again or like this and like this stuff, So during that
Mm-mm-mm.
time, if a challenge was presented, then the
Yeah.
person would always ask, what would you do with this challenge?
Mm-hmm.
For
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
example, a person could be seeking help
Mm-hmm.
because this is accident.
Mm-hmm.
The help would come from either divinity. So for
Mm-hmm.
myself, I was uh, those were the days of wherein I would seek for help for God from God.
Yeah.
Every day of my life, I would be going to church. I would
Mm-hmm.
be in the Eucharist uh, because I was thinking anytime soon I might be taken away. So I as well have to better my life, surrender my
Mm-hmm.
life to Him. So it
Mm-hmm.
would it would make an impact.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah. Yeah.
challenge, what would the person do, and the impact that it would make a person.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for that. No. So picking up from what you said, no, that it is important, no, for a person who would undergo the process of picking up himself, no, and pursue the second chance. It's important for mental fitness, no.
Yes,
Importante yung on hold siya sa kanyang mental health because as you said nga hindi naman madali yung process. It's a choice between should I pursue it, magpapatulong ba ako o mag-isolate lang ako. Ito yung mga so the mind is at play, no, and so kung hindi ka healthy, no, if you're not mentally fit, no, you can think otherwise, no, pwedeng ay ayoko na makipag-usap, I just gave up on my life, no. So but before that, no, let me greet our audience, no, nandito sa ating digital space. Hello, Coach Lynn. We have Coach Candy. Salamat sa maagang pagising, no, together with us ni Coach Sherman. Coach Nords from the North, and of course, Coach Kulin. Sabi ni Coach Nord, God is the God of second chances. Coach Candy said, healthy mental lifestyle, no, is a need, no, and it's a must, no, for you to be able to pursue this the second chance that you would want. Now, if you're, you know, I've introduced you kanina na you have been through a lot, no, you have many experiences aside from what you have now. From the past, sabi nga, you have moved from season to season, and
yes.
you have your own experiences um of really pulling up yourself, no, and pursuing a second chance, so what experience have you that has marked you a lot in terms of second chances? What comes to mind when you think about second chance, no? What comes to mind? Ano yung experience na tumatak sa'yo na ito second chance to, no? Sa buhay ko na nagawa ko na. No, that you believe it has boosted you and it allowed you to become better.
I believe, that each and every individual, as we have been discussing, Coach Marife, that an individual has its own season. And there are many seasons for us to go to. There are many
Mm-hmm.
seasons for us to look forward to. But in each and every season, there will be peeling off of the season once an individual will encounter challenges.
Yeah.
Once an individual has been bored and has not been challenged with whom he thinks that it's a safe space. So
Mm-hmm.
one of the challenges, I guess, that an individual would say, just like me, by experience, would mark a second impact, a second
Mm-hmm.
chance in life is the transition, my
Mm-hmm.
transition wherein I was pushed to the wall
Yeah.
for me to see that the world that I was quadrated, rather, the space that I was in, four corners, no, from day in to night out. Uh, I was thinking that this was my life, but then God was
Mm-hmm.
good. He would push me to the curb, but still, He would pick me up with a different
Mm-hmm.
individual to help me.
Yeah.
So I guess the individual will always say that which challenges him most in his experience was during this recent season,
Mm-hmm.
where we
Mm-hmm.
are in a space, because you cannot be thinking of what has been happened in the past. That would
Yeah.
not make you a
Yeah.
challenge because that past has already been a stepping stone, an experience for you to become who you are
Yeah. Okay.
now in the present.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
So I guess my second chance that would provide me the bigger challenge is this season. And this
Mm-hmm.
season is wherein I was pushed to the wall, uh, uh, shoved to the curb, where it gives me a glimpse of there is a future serving for myself this time, not serving
Mm-hmm.
for other people, not serving the
Mm-hmm.
corporate, not serving the politics.
Mm-hmm. That's a beautiful realization, no? And as someone who knows you, this really is something that um, this is really something that gladdens my heart because I've known and I've seen you really worked hard. No, you're one person who really worked hard a lot for what you have. No, so pinagtrabahuan mo talaga yan. And when you do some work, you give it your all. No, and it's nice to know that this time you're going to do it for yourself. No, not for anything else, not for other people. So sabi ni coach Candy Teng, super love listening to Doc Herman. Nakaka-inspire po. So, that's
Thank
beautiful,
you,
no? That's a,
Coach.
yeah. So, we pray, that there will be many individuals who will be able to listen to this, no? And if you're someone will be watching probably of this episode on a replay and you're also transitioning to something and you are picking up yourself and moving towards second chances, no? Or a second chance in your life, just connect with us, no, here in Region 8 Life Coaching Center so that we can be able to help you. Now, Doc, I see you smiling. I see you really like far from the picture the first time we met this 2023. So there's glow, there is more of determination in you coming out, no, nakikita yung sa energy mo, the way you would approach things, no. But I believe you've gone through life and you have many experiences, as I've said, so mga second chance, no. Hindi naman yung second just come to us like on the present, but in the past, no, you have also that experience, no? But what do you believe are the top three, no? Top three ingredients, just like in a recipe, no? That would make a second chance really good, no? That would make the chance really magmamarka talaga yung second chance. That will give that path, no? That would lead those three recipe that would lead this person to really this time make a greater impact in the second chance that is being given to him or her. Ano yung top
Yes.
three mo?
Our topic here, the title of our topic is beautiful. Number one,
Yeah.
first thing, this is sweet ingredients.
Sweet.
Once a person falls, or uh, we always been talking about fall. I guess the better word is challenge. Once a person gets a challenge,
Hmm.
uh, the sweetness would only come thereafter.
Yeah.
But during the time that the person is trudging on these steps towards that sweetness, it's so bitter and sour
Yeah.
and stingy and uh, very hot.
Yeah.
It's only towards the end of the bridge where sugar will come in and we mix them up into a new beautiful ingredient, into a beautiful flavor of taste that
Yeah.
sparks an individual. That's why
Mm-hmm.
when we had our boot camp, uh, when I had my certification, 10 of us,
Mm.
I I salute with due respect to all of the coaches
Mm-hmm.
who were able to talk freely of themselves, of their lives struggle, and where they are now.
Yeah.
So, sabi ko sa sarili ko, that's where I want to go.
Yeah.
And that's where I would want to be. From
Mm.
Coach C, Coach Candy, to everyone, to Coach
Mm.
Orville, I salute all of you. It
Mm-hmm.
gives me inspiration. It gives me, though I am a strong individual, I have been always a strong individual. I myself has always been an inspiration. That's my
Mm-hmm.
inspiration. That's why I
Mm-hmm.
keep looking at myself, whatever the challenges is, who the individual I have to come up with a challenge. But this time around, this is a 360 degrees for me that I am not anymore my inspiration. No matter how strong I am deep inside, my inspiration are these individuals who were able already to go from point A to point B, from
Yeah.
that bridge to this end of the bridge, walking
Mm-hmm.
through this bridge, so walking through another path.
Mm.
So, an individual, for me, after all these experiences uh, in life, uh, crawling, crawling, and then going up the ladder, going to the topmost of the ladder, and then I spot downfall in a
Mm-hmm.
split of second. Uh, there were individuals who were able to let me recognize my identity back again.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So aside from this individual, of course, there were family members and the entire family who were able to let me go back, let me think of who my personality character is. And
Mm-hmm.
there were also uh, God's gift that were able to put me back to His grace.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the last 2 years, in 2020, 2021, 2022, life was so
Mm-hmm.
busy for me. I was
Yeah.
serving not Him, but serving work.
Yeah.
So all of my good friends, as what we say, friend for this season and real friends that I've been through some
Mm.
from elementary years to this years would always say that life is a challenge. God is tapping on your shoulder.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So with this, I synthesized, I processed that there were three key ingredients that would later on, I would say, it would be a sweet life. So
Mm-hmm.
first key ingredient is spirituality.
Okay.
This would sustain the mentality of the individual. Spirituality is in itself holistic. It would also be a form of meditation. We're
Mm-hmm.
in science, in neuroscience. Once an individual is in a form of meditation, theta waves would come in, and that it would open our subconscious. Some spaces there would open for the word we call the breakthrough or the flow.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
aside from the breakthrough is the spirituality, the perseverance, wherein an
Okay.
individual could be patient,
Yeah.
patient in the process of going to the end of the bridge.
Yeah. Okay.
Second
Mm-hmm.
ingredient that I would say uh, all people who knows me will always say that you are you you are a vast wealth of experience. The
Mm-hmm.
experience comes from the talent that I have,
Mm-hmm.
the skills that I have, the individuality that I did become,
Mm-hmm.
the persona from the personality of myself that
Mm-hmm.
gives me a mark of who Herman Nicolas is.
Mm-hmm.
So this is
Mm-hmm.
the second key ingredient that all individual will have to think and identify that amongst you will have to bring yourself. Yourself is your vast experience, the talents, the skills uh,
Mm-hmm.
that I will be having. And the third key ingredient is hope, because
Mm-hmm.
once there's bleak and doom, the only thing that could uh, make you rise up from your bed in the morning, eat bland and flavor food, walk through life like a zombie. This only thing that could make you through is hope. Because at the
Mm-hmm.
end of the day, that's the only, uh, this is the only word that could make an individual stronger every day in his life challenges. So these are the
Mm-hmm.
key things.
Okay. So I would from what you have shared, no, the first two is basically like digging deeper, looking deeper inside of you, no, and tapping that capability that you got for yourself, that you are able to do it. The last would be hope, no, and as you said, no, pag walang hope talaga, mahirap na yon. But you know, there are individuals right now who are just like, no, when I saw the eyes of people who were victims of Typhoon Yolanda, where hope can be very, it's a very thin experience, a very thin line. It's something na talagang gabuhok na lang, no? It's gabuhok na lang. Like, it's really walang hope na talaga. What do you believe this person, or what should this person do to be able to really gain back that hope, no? Yung nawawalang hope na, so that they can move forward to second chance. As you said, no? Hope allows you to move forward, no? Because may iniisip ka pang future, may possibility pa na maganda. But when there's no longer that one, no? And especially if the person is, sabi mo nga kanina, not fit, mental health wise, hindi siya nandun sa space na yon. Walang mental fitness sa kanya, no? So, what do you believe should a person do to be able to regain back hope?
Yes, let me expound the hope. There's a balance of hope. If
Mm-hmm.
hope is in the center, there will be the negative balance and the positive
Mm-hmm.
balance for hope.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Once an individual has not been practicing healthy mental lifestyle
Yeah.
prior to any challenges. This is like eating food. Every day we need to practice healthy mental lifestyle, because
Mm-hmm.
once a challenge comes in, an individual could go either into a negative hope or into a positive hope. But the
Mm-hmm.
balance could be either lifted from one side or lowered on the other side. That's why it's a balance. So
Mm-hmm.
once an individual would embrace the hopelessness, the balance would go lower on the negative side. Why?
Okay.
Because it would come and emanate into a new phase of helplessness.
Mm-hmm.
From hopelessness into helplessness. From helplessness, the individual would go into annihilation. When you say
Mm-hmm.
annihilation, the world is against me. I'd
Mm-hmm.
rather be against the world, or the world is already ending. I might as well start myself to end. So from
Mm-hmm.
annihilation comes in now the disorder, the illness, such as
Mm-hmm.
I don't love myself, the world does not love me. I'd better exit in this world
Okay.
in form of suicide, either
So
in a form of
negative
suicide.
dialogues.
Yes, either in a form of suicide, or if genetically the individual is inheriting disorder, mental disorder, the person would go into either directly into psychosis or directly into schizophrenia.
Mm-hmm.
So these
Mm-hmm.
are two. in a balance already in the deep in the deepest of it. Rather,
Mm.
if we think about the positive balance, we're in a weighing scale or the balance scale, the positive, if individual have hope, how could an individual have hope? Of course, number one, it would always be the support system. It's
Okay.
not the self. It's not
Yeah,
the
yeah.
self. Because you are in a
Mm-hmm.
challenge.
Yeah, yeah.
Once an individual in a challenge, it's always in a negative state. But if the support system, just like me, my family is my support system.
Mm-hmm.
My family is my core support system.
Mm-hmm.
My good friends are my outer support system. And of course, lucky for me that in 2020, it was 2020, I started to contact Coach Marife,
Mm-hmm.
coaching me.
Mm-hmm.
So when you are in an edge of a ravine, there is there is a rope
Yeah,
from one person to
yeah.
pull you up. And aside
Mm-hmm.
from this one, there were other good people who have previous experiences that
Mm-hmm.
have experienced mine that would say and cheer me up and give me another rope to lift me from the ravine.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
these are these are the situations wherein an individual could be pulled up.
Yeah.
So once these people who were able to help him pull him up, then this is the time where you as an individual could cheer and pull yourself up. And
Mm-hmm.
as what Master Coach Ahab said, you don't need a lot of people to cheer you up. You just need
Yeah. Yeah.
one person, a very good person to cry and empathize with you.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
once you were able to identify kahit isang tao lang who would cry for you in your situation, be strong. Fight.
Mm-hmm.
This person, you are not supposed to just spill the tears of this person.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was an inspiring, uh, that was an inspiration that was given by Master Coach A.
Yeah. So that's beautiful, Coach Doc Herman, no? That hope is a possible it's hope is something that you can regain, but you need to be able to really reach out to people and ask for help, no, and really identify the support that you have, no? Because a lot of times when you are struggling, when you're emotionally down, when hopelessness is comes in, we don't see the gift that has been given to us, and these are people, no, that as you said, comprise the your inner support and your outer support. So may binibigay, no? May binibigay na tutulong sa iyo to really move forward to the second chances. But then again, as you said, importante pa rin, no, na alagaan talaga. You are in a certain space na you're mentally fit, no? To be able to really see all these things. And if it happens na wala ito, and ikay nakikinig ngayon at wala ka dun sa support system, no, now you know that there's help available, and that you can simply reach out, no. When you're struggling, it's so difficult to really stand up, as you said earlier kanina, Dr. Man, kailangan mo ng cane, kailangan mo ng someone to lift you up, no. So in all these experiences for you moving towards the second chance in every season of sa buhay mo na na-experience mo, no, um what characteristic have been honed, no, by all these experiences, no, lalo na dito sa mga pag stand up mo. Of course, as you said, no, as you said, from the past, no, meron ka namang mga experiences din that
Yes.
moved you, and now in the current state, what do you believe is being unearthed, no, ano yung binubuksan sa in this current phase of your life wherein you're desiring to really move towards a second chance.
Uh, this situation is not new to me. The challenges are not new to each and every individual. There will
Mm.
always be patterns in this.
Yeah, yeah.
And the only thing that I could see as a pattern after every challenge and an individual was able to rise up again is the humbling experience.
Yeah. Mhm, mhm. Yeah. It's humility. right?
It's humility. I would
Humility.
remember while we were speaking about you were for the information of everybody, Coach Marife is my chief nurse at Bethany Hospital. I was once a clinical instructor, so I have this experience where uh, I, those situations were in day out from 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm already in the hospital in the medical ward. That is 7 to 3. From 3 o'clock to 11 p.m. I would go to OR OB, and then
Mm-hmm.
this is Monday to Wednesdays, and then I would have special duties. I would go also to ORMOC for 48 hours OB delivery, and this is exhausting. No matter how
Mm.
exhausting, there will always come a time of wherein you would ask for more.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one of my humbling experience was in the ward. This mother uh, has a ruptured aneurysm. So a
Oh.
ruptured aneurysm is wherein by layman's term a stroke, wherein
Mm-hmm.
there is nag-rupture yung vessels niya. So automatically the mother uh, had 3 days. It was proclaimed to have a 2 weeks coma.
Oh.
So it was only an experiment for me. So I was saying to myself, this mother has children ranging from 3 to 7. So I said, why? How would it be if I'm going to experiment on this mother? Whatever the book says, I will do it theoretically, literally,
Mm-hmm.
from
Mm-hmm.
feeding to turning to sides,
Mm-hmm.
to exact timing of medication,
Mm-hmm.
etc. So I was doing this for a couple of days, day in and day out, even if I am rotated to other wards, even Thursdays come or Fridays come, I was there. Lo
Mm-hmm.
and behold, it only took her 3 days on coma.
Mm-hmm.
When she wakes up, uh, when she woke up, the very first thing that the mother said, she looks up to me. She looks to me and says, "Thank you."
Mm-hmm.
That was a very humbling experience
Mm-hmm.
because
Mm-hmm.
I was already in a situation of exhaustion and boredom day in and day out.
Mm-hmm.
So this, I did not know that that was then a challenge. It was a beautiful challenge within. And then I asked the mother, "Why do you thank me?" Because I know it was you. From day one, I could hear your voice.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
You talking to me about my children. So when I woke up, I asked the Lord, sabi niya, the mother, the very first person that I will have to seek and find is you.
Mm-hmm.
Not even my children, because I know my children are already in good hands
Mm-hmm.
because you asked them to come and talk to me. So
Mm-hmm.
that was a very humbling experience. And you know what, Coach Marife, that was the time wherein I would have myself started the transition.
Mm-hmm.
Transition from clinical instructor to moving into the next phase of my life. Actually, that was the point.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I said
Mm-hmm.
to myself, I have done something. There's already the purpose. It took me like 10 years to get to this purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, no? That's really that's sometimes no, or oftentimes than not, we really picture something glamorous and something
Yes.
really high, something that would really allow you to say that this is the purpose. Oftentimes than not, we really look at it no as that way. But little did we know that God will really present to you a situation wherein you discover, when you serve that woman, no, you discovered a piece of you that there was some joy in it, no? Sa simple lang na pag-care doon sa nanay, no? There is that satisfaction that you will not be able to get from other things. Pero nakuha mo
Yes.
doon, no? And
Yes.
it comes in humility, no? It comes in humility. So kung hindi yun in the form of humility, hindi mo siya ma-experience eh. Kasi nga, ang taas mo na dun eh. Mataas ka na. Mas mataas na yung level na tinitingnan mo. Pero in these simple things, no, it makes really life sweet, as you said. No? It makes life sweet. Sabi nga ng ating, it's a sweet recipe for second chances. No? Na, in a humbling experience, this allows you to experience, this allows you and brings you to really find no fulfillment in unexpected ways. No? Ito, simple lang to, no, na doon mo
Very
nakita.
simple, Miss
As,
Marife.
ah,
Simple, Coach Marife. Can you imagine? The operation was like the boreholing, from the boreholing into the, it's a one-on-one lang kasi. Walang ibang nag-assist kay Dr. Asoy noon. It was me and
mm,
Asoy only. So it took us like 8 hours, 6 to 8 hours, but did not extend to 12 hours. Can you imagine the exhaustion that I have
mm,
in the operative procedure? Then after the
mm.
operative procedure, I do the,
Nandun ka pa
it
rin.
was routine actually, it was routine until I did the experimentation of translating the theories in the book into the practice.
Yeah, and a lot of times iniisip kasi natin when you say you translate the theory into practice. Oftentimes we think of it as sa brain, no? Pero a lot of times when you really translate all those theories, it takes the heart. It
Yes,
takes the heart to really be able to put it into its how do you call it? It takes the heart to really make it work, no?
yes.
Kasi kung wala yung
It takes the
puso,
heart to do things to your hand
mhm.
kasi everything is servitude by a hand, literally by the hand. You
Yeah.
have to get the IV, you have to insert, you
Yeah,
have
yeah,
to get the SPT, and then the medication.
yeah,
So it's the hand,
yeah,
it's the healing power of the hand through your heart. Because in
yeah,
your mind, you have a purpose. You're thinking about a purpose.
yeah. So basically, titingnan mo, you decided on it that I'm gonna try this theory, but during the process of trying it, your heart expanded, no? Your heart expanded, and the expansion was translated in your hands as you take care at naramdaman yun ng isang tao, no? And
Mhm.
this is something that to me I'm gonna be I'm connecting this one, no, that when you are a person moving towards a second chance, no, moving towards a second chance, you have to make a decision, no, and really put yourself out there, no, out there. You have to really put yourself out there so that you can begin to really fully discover yourself, no, and discover what's in your heart, because a lot of times the hustle and bustle of life, hindi mo naririnig yung puso mo, puro brain ang naririnig mo, di ba?
Yes,
But ilalagay ka sa isang humbling experience so that you get to see your heart and you and feel it and understand it, no, and get to know it so that you can translate it well, no, when you do something for other people. That's beautiful, Doc Herman, no. Magandang reflection ito, no. And thank you so much to, sabi nga dito ni Coach Ling, guys, we'll know ourselves better when we serve others, and that's very true. That's how we are really knitted together by God. We are to be in service for other people, and at the same time, other people also will be provided to serve us as well. Kasi ganun naman talaga yung buhay. It's a cycle. So, that's beautiful, Doc Herman, no? Really like having that mental fitness, you yourself, no, understanding your very core and getting from the vast experiences to move towards a good recipe to move towards to be successful in this chance, no, itong second chance mo, but at the same time being able also to raise hope within you, and when you're hopeless there are people in your very core who will be able to take care of you, who will be there, who will be provided for you to move forward to a second chance. So magandang usapan, no, nakita ko yung smile ni Doc Herman, no.
mhm,
This is a beautiful conversation that each and every one of us, you're never actually alone, no, from that woman that you serve. So hindi siya alone, nandyan ka, and then you yourself now, no, when you're experiencing in the different experiences and even in the current, there are still people provided for you, because we are all designed for victory, no. And so because we are to move towards victory, there will always be provision. Ito yung sinasabi, there will always be provision to really, for you to really move forward to the next season and to the second chance that binigay sa'yo. Sabi nga, kung binigyan ka ng something, may tulong na kaakibat. Hindi yung mag-isa, you'll swim on it on your own. No? Meron talagang kakabit, no, na tulong na provision ay bibigay para matawid mo yun at mapuntahan mo yung second chance. No? That's a
Yeah.
beautiful conversation, Dr. Man. So, your as I've said, this beautiful insight that you gave, no? So if there be someone, no, imagine mo nung ikaw in January, nung ikaw
Mhm.
you were having difficulty. Imagine that person, the same person nakamukha noon, no? Not you, but meron ngayon na parang ganun nung January eh. So, what would you tell the person?
This is what my sister have been telling me. Uh, Both I have siblings, two siblings, sisters. We're all in medical field. Uh, that which strikes me most is that don't embrace it. Things do happen like this. Go through the phase. Do not rush, but
Mm,
neither linger.
mm,
Go
okay.
through, but neither linger.
Mm,
And each one has a cross to carry. Bear the cross. You
mm,
carry the cross. And then ask for help. If no help comes, there will always be someone to help you and link you to professional help.
mm,
There
mm,
will
mm,
always be like this. As long as the individual has a very thin line of hope, he
yeah.
or she will be able to carry the cross. He or she will have people to help him or her.
Mhm, mhm, mhm. That's beautiful. Thank you, Dr. Bano. And this is today is a Sunday, and I believe no, God is giving us this message that whatever, no matter how dark, no matter how difficult the situation, a second chance awaits. No, a second chance awaits, and that in that second chance, no, towards the process of that second chance, help will always be available for you because you are loved, no? And I would like to really like encapsulate this conversation with the statement here, no, that itong pack my bag moment ata ito ni Coach Kevin. Sabi niya, make the decision and put yourself out there so you can rediscover your heart. Second chance Second chance is always given for you to rediscover your heart, rediscover your very core, so that you can begin to move and be realigned to the purpose God has for you. So it's not an experience simply for you to suffer, but it is for you to be realigned back to what you are called to do. No, that's the beauty of second chances. So maraming salamat no for hopping in with us no and putting in your comments. No, this is a beautiful learning, and I pray that you'd share this in your timeline that other people may be encouraged who are suffering right now, who think that they have no one, no, because help is always available, and especially they're really fully equipped. We just have to be able to walk them through the experience that they have. So maraming salamat, Doc Herman, for the wisdom, for all the experience, for the
Thank
sharing,
you
for
very
being
much.
vulnerable no in this early morning of Sunday. And it's such a blessing. I got my message now from God, as I believe you have. No, nakita ko yung paglighten ng mukha mo, and I believe the coaches who are here with us, Coach Lynn, Coach Joanna, I believe they got it themselves also. So let's just pass it on. Continue to stand up, no, because there are people who needed our hand, who needed our lifting so that they can move towards second chances. So maraming salamat, everyone. Thank you for supporting Break the Stigma Gala R with Life Coach Marife Garfin. And whether you are joining us live or watching on a replay, please do leave a comment to share your thoughts and insight. Please don't keep us a secret. Help us serve more people by circulating the link of this video. As I close, I'd like to invite all um, the moms and dads, parents who make up a safe space for their children, no, to really be mentally fit so that they can move towards second chances, no, nang wala nang with full hope, not hopelessness, to show up and join us back later inside Zoom private meeting for Break the Stigma Mental Health Virtual Retreat Day 2. Registration is still open for those who missed the first days but are ready to take action. So if you're one person listening to me right now and you're working your way out to second chance, no? Sweet, that's one of the sweet recipes to be with people and really accept help and Kayong umaga, hapon po, we have the second day retreat that will truly fill you up and help you to really stand back again and journey towards the second chance. So, um, it's still open. So tag along your friends, bring them in so that they'll also experience what we have experienced yesterday. Now, moving towards the second chance is possible and help is available. So this is us in the Philippines, coaches like us think and talk like this. This is Coach Marife Garfin, broadcasting beyond borders to advance life coaching worldwide. Dr. Man, maglabambong tayo. Okay? Love, bam, boom. Love, bam, boom. Love, bam, boom. God bless everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Dr. Man.
Thank you everyone.